You're watching TVC News at 10. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. President Bola Tinubu has declared a state of emergency in Rivers State following the lingering political crisis in the state. President Tinubu made the proclamation during a nationwide broadcast this evening, suspending Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Odu, and all the members of the House of Assembly for 6 months. The president nominated Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state for 6 months.
After a protracted political battle that has defied several solutions thrown at it, including the judgment of the Supreme Court, President Bola Tinubu wades in, wielding the big stick. He invoked the provision of Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State.
By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly state are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state and the interests of the good people of Rivers State.
The escalating tension in the Niger Delta state left the president with no choice but to suspend Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the State House of Assembly for 6 months. The president also admitted that his personal efforts to mediate and broker a peace deal were largely ignored.
I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter, but all their efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them.
The Supreme Court, in its verdict, likened the actions of the now suspended governor of Rivers State, who demolished the State House of Assembly and continued governing without the legislature, to those of a despot. Meanwhile, growing security concerns, particularly the recent sabotage of a crude oil pipeline, are a major concern for President Bola Tinubu as he seeks to ramp up crude oil production and grow the economy.
The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them.
Now, retired Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas has been saddled with the task of steering the affairs of Rivers State in the meantime. But there is a caveat to the exercise of his powers as sole administrator.
The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state.
Here's what we know about the nominated administrator in Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas.